The first message arrived wrapped in forgiveness. We need to talk. After 10 years of silence, my family found my number the same way they lost me, too late, and only when it was safe for them. I didn't reply. I stood at my kitchen window watching snow dissolve on warm glass and felt the echo of a different Christmas, the one that buried me alive. I used to believe blood was armor. I was wrong. In December 2025, our house smelled like pine and cardamom. Laughter bounced off walls that had never known secrets. I had a job I'd earned, a name I protected, and a family that trusted me. I was the reliable one, the quiet one, the one who didn't make messes. My cousin did. She always had. Too charming? Too brittle. A smile that sharpened when no one looked. I noticed it the way you notice a hairline crack in glass, register it, then forget it, until the crack split. The first red flag was small, a missing envelope. Then a look she gave me when my aunt mentioned money, quick, calculating, gone. She started asking questions that weren't questions. Testing boundaries, mapping rooms. I told myself not to be paranoid. I told myself family doesn't hunt family. That was my mistake. The accusation came on Christmas night. No warning. No build-up. Just a scream that cut through carols and clinking glasses. She said I stole from her. She said I threatened her. She said it like she'd rehearsed it in front of a mirror until even she believed it. I remember the room going quiet. I remember my father not looking at me. I remember my mother's hand slipping from mine like I'd burned her. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. Shock does that. It freezes the voice but sharpens the mind. I watched faces change, trust curdling into certainty, love stepping back to avoid contamination. They chose speed over truth. It's easier that way. By midnight, I was alone. Exile teaches you things pride never could. It teaches you how quickly a name can rot, how silence can feel louder than screams. I didn't beg, I didn't argue. I disappeared. Not because I was weak, but because I was listening. Pain burned off the noise. What remained was clarity. I replayed the night frame by frame, her timing, her words. The exact phrasing designed to trigger fear. I wrote everything down. Dates, glances, inconsistencies. I requested records, I pulled logs, I learned patience. While they toasted holidays without me, I studied systems, laws, patterns, human error. I learned that lies leave fingerprints. You just have to wait for them to surface. Silence became my alibi. Distance became my leverage. I rebuilt quietly. A new city. A new reputation forged from discipline, not sympathy. I became someone people trusted because I never asked them to. And I kept every receipt. Years passed. She got sloppy. People like her always do. She reused details, contradicted herself, borrowed money she couldn't explain. I watched from a distance, unseen as threads tangled around her ankles. Then I made one call. Not to my family, to an auditor. The truth doesn't need an audience. It needs structure. The showdown wasn't loud. It never is when you do it right. A conference room, neutral lighting, coffee going cold. She walked in smiling until she saw me. Her face did something beautiful. It broke. I said nothing at first. I let the documents speak, timelines, transfers, statements she forgot she'd made. Evidence stacked so neatly it felt surgical. She tried to talk. I raised a finger. I waited, I said, calm as snowfall, because time makes liars careless. The room leaned away from her. She confessed the way cowards do, piecemeal blaming fear, desperation, youth, as if intent fades with years. I didn't correct her. I didn't need to. The truth had teeth now. When my family finally reached out, it wasn't to apologize. It was to explain. She admitted everything. We were wrong. Can you forgive us? Forgiveness is a luxury. I had invested in justice. We met. 10 years older, 10 years smaller. They cried. They reached for my hands like muscle memory could erase abandonment. I listened, I always do. Then I slid a single folder across the table. Not evidence, not threats, boundaries, legal acknowledgments, public statements, corrections issued in the same places my name was buried. I watched understanding dawn slowly, painfully. This wasn't revenge. This was restoration with terms. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't smile. I lost a decade, I said. You don't get it back with tears. They signed. I walked out lighter than I'd walked in. Not because they came back, but because I no longer needed them to. Some wounds don't close. They crystallize. And crystals under pressure become blades. Tonight, snow falls again. Another Christmas. Another kitchen window. My phone stays silent. I finally understand the shape of peace. It looks like distance. It sounds like quiet. It feels like knowing the truth waited for me, and I was patient enough to let it arrive on its knees. They disowned me in a moment of fear. I reclaimed myself over 10 years of control. That was the real confession.